Whoever sold us the idea or the concept of permanent had an agenda to control the world. And unfortunately, that concept of permanent is the one that's screwing up every single body that is bought into that idea. I'm going to tell you why. Stick around till the end of this video. Welcome to the Miracle Perspective, everybody, and this is the TMP Q&A Wednesday, where you ask and I perspectivize. Ladies and gents, we are approaching the year end and people are getting excited by the day. But I just want to remind you guys, take care of yourselves. Make sure that, man, you do all the necessary things to protect yourself. People are dying left, right, and center, and this is not a joke. So this is my wish for you guys to stay safe and alive till the next year and the years after that. So today's question comes from this guy who asks, sure, man, you see, I have a friend whom I love so much, and we have been best friends ever since high school. But now we have grown, and my best friend is about to get married. And I'm happy for him and jealous at the same time. And the reason why I'm jealous is because me and him, we were always spending most of the time together. And sometimes we would go out and drink all night long. But now that he's getting married, we won't do any of that because he will be spending most of his time with his wife. And keep in mind, I'm not gay or have any sexual feelings on my friend. So help me, man. Tell me what to do in this situation. And then people came to the occasion. And the first person was Esther, who said, lol, as for I'm not gay. Change can be hard. Change can be a hard thing to accept at times. You think you will lose the person you knew, but actually you are gaining a deeper level of friendship. Because as the friend also embarks on a new journey, he will need his support in a different form now. So I'm like, so what should he do now? You should support him through the wedding arrangements and maybe start also spending less time so he can adjust to the new reality. Understand? I don't know. That's Esther. Thanks, Esther. And then Excellent was like, he just needs to lay down and relax. Let his friend enjoy his wife time. And I'm like, he must rest, ne? He must rest him for. That's one war he won't win. To win it, he'll cost his best friend some lifetime wife happiness. Thanks, Exie. And then Jabulu was like, he just needs to grow up and get a life of his own. Wow. And I'm like, why are you angry? Funny faces. And then she's like, I'm not angry. His friend can't put his own life on hold for him. Deep and rough one there. Boitumelo for Facebook said, Luwena, you must get your own wife. She's telling you. And then Pushelelo Isaac was like, he should get married as well. And those are all the people that shared their comments. Thank you guys. I really appreciate your comments and I respect your comments. However, I just want to start off, I'll give my perspective as always. And mind you, my friend, you are here to make your own decision at the end of the day. We're not here to force you into taking anything as the Bible truth. You get what I mean? We all share our perspectives, just like how everybody shared their perspective. And I'm going to start off by commending you, my friend, for asking this question. Number one, because you as a man, you opened up yourself to be vulnerable and you asked such a question that seems like it's almost a useless kind of childish question. Get what I mean? But I commend you for actually allowing yourself to be vulnerable. And at the same time, I want to just disagree with some of the comments that are saying grow up, get your own wife, and that kind of thing. Because I feel like within those comments, they're neglecting the fact that it takes a bigger man to actually accept what you have accepted, to be like, yeah, I love this guy. First of all, I love this guy. That's like bromance on another level that most of us guys, we don't express. You manage to express that. In this world where everybody will be like, yeah, we need to be more concerned about the men. We need men to speak up. We need men to be like, because they're killing themselves, they're committing suicide. It's because they don't speak. They fall into depression and nobody knows. Next thing they die without nobody knowing why they died. And then You are doing that. You are becoming more open, being in touch with your emotions. And we can't respond to you by being not emotional. We can't respond to you by taking your concern as a slight matter. It's not fair. So I think we need to be fair by understanding where you come from first. And I also, when I saw the question, first of all, the first thing in my mind was like, come on, man, get over yourself and just build a bridge, get over it. But then I was like, wait a minute. When I thought deeper about your question, that's where I realized that it doesn't come from a very small place. And that's why I have to commend you for asking that question. Big ups to you for that. And as I said, we are living in a time where men are dying because they don't speak out. Men are going through the most depression-wise. If you check the amount of suicide amongst men and women, it's men who are killing themselves more than women. Why? It's because of this unspoken problems and devils that we are fighting through on a day-to-day basis. And we are scared of coming out because we are scared of being judged. They'll say, you're not a man enough. Why are you crying? A man doesn't cry. So you see, we need to unlearn those kind of things and relearn the new way of doing things. And that's being in touch with your emotions. I'm also guilty of that. I don't speak out when things are bad. You get what I mean? I'm not as vulnerable as you are. And I really commend you, man. I wish I was more like you. And you are teaching me that it's possible. And I really appreciate it there. And I just hope most men would learn from you from this question. I know now I'm answering a different question altogether, but it's because your question comes with that element of truth, the lesson behind it. And that's what I got. So thank you for that. Number two, that I feel like most people who answered this question, like get a wife, just get a wife of your own, let your friend enjoy his wife and all those things. As much as that is true, yeah, at the end of the day, you must do that. It's not as easy as that. I think if it was as easy as that, you wouldn't have asked the question, right? Because I'm sure you also know that at this point, you need to let go and let your friend enjoy his wife. You know that. And you're not disagreeing with that. It's just that how do you deal with the problem? And that's the thing we must focus on. How do we deal with your detachment problem right now? Because you are attached to your friend. So there is one thing that we must look into, the element of love, right? You mentioned love there. You said you love your man. And you mentioned the element of you are not gay or you're not attracted to him sexually. So I think we need to dissect the issue of love. When we speak about love, there's no different love. Like love is one. When I love you as a man, the same love is what I have for a wife or a girlfriend or my sister. There's no different loves. Love is one. I love you. The only different thing when it comes to love is the intentions behind why you love somebody. So I love you as a brother because my intentions are seeing you as a brother. So I love you. My love has boundaries, but it's the same love that I have towards maybe a girl that I'm attracted to. It's just that now the intention behind the girl is different. Now I allow my emotions to go deeper, but the love is one. Do you get what I mean? Same thing with my sisters. I love them with the same love, but different intentions from the ones I have to a girl that I am attracted to sexually or something like that. So you love your friend, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just have different intentions from a romantic love kind of thing. We need to understand your point of view from that element. And with all these loves, the one love, it comes with a certain emotion. It doesn't matter what type of emotion it is. Let me fix this very quickly. It's switched off. So your issue of love, my friend, one love, different intentions. We need to deal with the issue of emotional attachment because all the loves, they come with a sense of emotional attachment to it. It's just a matter of how do we now navigate around the dynamics of that. And this is where you are right now. You love a person based on what you get from them. That's the intention element. What do you get from this person? That's what makes you love someone. It's just like how when we are in a household, for example, I come from a family of 5 kids. 5 kids, I promise you, and I don't blame my parents, they don't love us all the same. We're 5 kids, but we are not loved all the same. As much as they try to be diplomatic and try to be modest and just be politically correct about it, they say we all love you all the same. It's not the same. They don't love us all the same. You can't love us all the same because we do not give you the same things. You love someone based on what you get. You get it? So the child that does the most to the parents, that's the one they're going to be most inclined to think about mostly all the time and to love more all the time. So same thing happens when it comes to different kind of relationships. I love you as my brother because I get something from you. It could be that companionship that maybe you never had. So we need to ask you, my friend, right now, what is it that you were getting from this friend of yours? What is it that he completed in you? Which part of your life did he really complete? Did he close such that at this point when he's getting married, you feel like that is being taken away from you? We need to get that, and you need to go back within yourself and ask yourself, all right, I love this guy because of this, and this, right? Then you ask yourself, now that he's going, I'm gonna lose these things. What should I do? And that's where you are. One thing I am gonna almost suggest is work on yourself, my friend. You were so reliant on another person, so much so that you feel like when that person leaves you, you are almost empty. You can't do it. And that's the element of permanent that I talked about in the beginning of this video. The idea of having things for a permanent, it's a lifetime thing. I've got a permanent job, I've got a permanent relationship. That concept is flawed, and that's why you are stuck right now where you are. Because you had a relationship and you assumed permanence to that relationship. That's why right now you are stuck. There's nothing that is permanent in this world. There's nothing that's permanent, my friend. No job is permanent. No business is permanent. No relationship is permanent. At the end of the day, we are living in a dynamic world and a dynamic system. Things will change. They are inclined to change. So you fell into the trap of permanent. You thought your relationship with your guy was permanent, only to find out sooner than later that it was not. Now he has a lifetime companion that's gonna take your guy from you. So it's a time for you to just look at the way you were living your life, the way you viewed life. It was not permanent. Accept that. All right, I took it wrongly. It was not permanent. So let me restructure my life. How do you restructure your life? By now becoming more self-sufficient. Find yourself more. There are certain things that you are scared of confronting yourself on. Go and confront those things. Find reliance on yourself before you find reliance on somebody else, because people will always change. People are dynamic, my friend. People will leave you hanging. So you don't want to put your trust and faith and dependence on a person. Bad place to put that on. So do not put that in there. Go back and find yourself. Deal with yourself. Who am I? What is it that I have? What is it that I have to offer to the other guy? What is it that I have to offer to another person? Remember, right now you'll fall into the trap of trying to have a rebound where you want to get someone to just close off the gap of your friend. Look, don't do that, because you'll be toxic and you will not be good for that friend or whoever you get. Not even a wife at this point if you don't have a girlfriend or anything like that. Find yourself. Be self-sufficient. Know what you're capable of. Know your strengths, your weaknesses. Know what you are as a person and what you have to offer. When you are fully reliant on yourself and you know enough about yourself, then you can go out and get someone to settle down with as a partner, because it's important to have a relationship at the end of the day. You can't live alone. You can't be an island. You are not made to be an island. So you need companionship. You need relationship. You need friends. You need people that will complement you in a way or two, because that's how life exists, and that's why life is the way it is. So you need to deal with yourself first. First things first. Work on what you're going to give other people. That's you. Who are you? And what are you giving to other people? Once you have got that and you are cool and satisfied with that, then you can go out and be with other people, but do not depend or rely on them because they will always disappoint you. And don't let anyone depend on you because you'll disappoint them, right? Good shot. Nothing is permanent on this planet. The idea of permanence does not exist. It's an idea that was made to control us. I'm giving you a permanent job. Because of this permanent job, you can go and loan out a car. You can go buy a house and be on credit for 20 years because you've got a permanent job. So you'll be sustained for your permanent lifetime. Screwed up idea, man. So nothing is permanent on this planet. It was made to control people. You believe you've got something permanent, then you can make reckless decisions. You can live your life as if it's going to be happy ever after. There's nothing such as that. So relook at the idea and the philosophy behind that and remember there's nothing permanent. You always need to be thinking ahead. What if situations change? What if things are bad? And yeah, you can be saying a miracle, but you're negative now. Look, I'm not negative. I'm 100% positive that things are not going to stay the same. Bad things happen all the time. So there's nothing that's permanent. Nothing that's permanent. If there's anything to get from this video, if you lose anything or everything that I've said here, always remember this. Nothing is permanent and it's not going to change anytime soon. Doesn't matter how you like it or don't like it. I hope this helps you. I hope this answers your question. Deal with yourself, my friend. Nothing is permanent. All the best to your friend and happy. We commend the brother for getting married. That's a beautiful thing. You should also follow suit. I'm also going to follow suit. And every other guy and woman who's watching this, guys, get married. It's nice to get married. And December time is the best time to get married. I don't know. I'm joking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet again on the next week on the next TMP Q&A Wednesday. First, let's meet on Monday, 9 p.m. on The Legends Show. It's finished.